And we're live, ladies and gentlemen, with three of the most influential people in the entire St. Louis Valley. Lisa Bodie is on the left, Nick Navarez, and none other than the creepy old man, Donovan Spitzman. I think that, I don't know how the hell you say your last name, but they're all there, and they make up the Crestone Energy Fair team, and people are trying to steal their glory and their fury, but we won't let this happen. These three are, in fact, the organizers and the influencers that make the Crestone Energy Fair possible in the last few years that I've been involved with it, and we've been attending it. So we're having them on the show because, once again, the 32nd annual Crestone Energy Fair will be coming to the San Luis Valley. And last year, it was more of a scaled-down event. And this year, we want to go balls to the wall. If I could say that, I have to check with my censor. But apparently, we want to get as many people out to the site as possible. So it's full tilt boogie, 32nd annual Crestone Energy Fair. That's going to be August 28th to the 29th. The address is below, 19,850 Camino del Oro. Very important you drive slow on that road. And guys, thank you for organizing the event. And how the hell are you?
Great.
Doing
How are you?
well.
It's a good day, Diamond.
Yeah.
Now,
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yeah.
Awesome. We're going to be showing this tonight. The Crestone Energy Fair can be found on YouTube. They have their own channel. Just went above 600 subscribers, probably because of that push on our last video. Thanks for all those people that subscribed there.
Yeah.
And it has been in the local paper, so the local people know about it. But people that are watching the show that are just a few hours out of town, this is a great thing to do for the weekend. It's a last minute thing you can pull off because it's in such a rural area that there's going to be Airbnbs available. There's tons of camping and wilderness camping. And so if you're prepared and you show up, you could spend the whole weekend there because this is an event, all of you listening, that's free. And it has been free for the massives forever, I think. Now, there are some things that cost money, I think, if you want to go on the house tours or whatever. But this is a free event where you can interact with dozens of different types of local vendors of food products and textiles and art and all kind of awesome stuff. And as well as listen to all of the cutting edge, most important alternative, regenerative type stuff that we talk about as far as alternative building, alternative growing, with a focus this year on permaculture and just it's permaculture. That's the focus. It's how to do it yourself, including building, energy, and food. And that's just awesome. So first, Nick, let's start with you, the guy in the middle nodding. And beautiful hair tonight. I just want to comment on your hair.
I saw you noticing his on another photo you put up the other day.
So
I think he trimmed the eyebrows.
Hey.
come on, that's for a different podcast, Donovan.
Okay, so the Crestone Energy Fair has been a tradition in the San Luis Valley for 32 years, like you said. It began because this county doesn't have building codes. And so you can build straw bale, you can build earth ships, you can build all kinds of things that you can't do anywhere else. And because we have this really broad knowledge base, there was a need to transfer that knowledge to people who are wanting to come here and build their own houses, and so this event was born. And it's grown over the years to include sustainable gardening practices. We live over 8,000 feet up here, and gardening at this altitude is really difficult. Our growing season is from May to October. And it's not easy. So having a transmission of that information is also great. We also sit on a geothermal ridge, so we have a significant number of alternative energy generation sources as well. So, but not only just solar and wind, but geothermal, hydroelectric, all kinds of different things that are also available in the area. So this event is the culmination of that knowledge that we hold that knowledge to give for free to everyone who comes. Last year, because of the pandemic, we weren't allowed, honestly, to be in town with this event. They told us we needed to not do it. And we felt like that information was too important to not do.
Mhm.
So we decided to create, actually, a landowner donated 10 acres of his property to us. And we decided to create a permanent home for the energy fair out here in the valley. So we've dug a giant amphitheater into the sand as our permanent home. And I'm sure you've been to it. I'm sure you can show pictures on the podcast, but it's spectacular. The Sangre de Cristo mountain range is behind it. We're in a field of sunflowers. It's really beautiful right now. So we're looking forward to having everybody out here.
Awesome, awesome. And Donovan's going to reveal some amazing alternative building strategies you guys are using out at the site later for the kids, which is amazing because we had all discussed, I think, a year or two ago, I don't remember, that was the strategy there at the site, that not only would it be a venue where we could do these types of regenerative building and farming types of events, but you were also going to have interactive display modules on site, like Earthship and Earthbag and Cobb and anything that you could think of that's alternative construction. Heck, we could build a house out of trash. That's simply what the Earthship idea was. Tires are trash, and let's do it out of trash. Now, you could pull off an event like this, which is all good, but you have to have quality people speaking there about quality topics that people want to listen to. And Lisa Bodie, I hear, is a wealth of knowledge of those speakers this year. And she's going to probably help us break down what's happening on Saturday and on Sunday, which is the 2-day event, the 28th and the 29th, next weekend. So, Lisa, can you please help us understand maybe what the theme is of the event, some of the speakers, and the time frame?
Sure. So thanks for having us on, Diamond. Our theme this year is Reconnect, Self-Village Nature, especially after this last year and a half of craziness. We've all stayed pretty connected here and want to share that with the rest of our community and the Valley. So we're going to focus in on that. Each day, our speaker is going to start about 10:30 on Saturday. We'll do our opening and introduce you to the site and then go on through the day with our speakers till 6:30, I think, and then we go into the music for the evening. So Saturday night, we'll go until midnight with music. Sunday will be, again, about an 11:30 start with speakers till, again, about 5:36 into Shumei taiko drummers and then music for the night. But we start off each day with the home tours. So Goldie Mariola has been coordinating that, where they'll each day go into the under construction homes or the completed home tours starting at 8:30 till 12:30, meeting at the Crestone kiosk. And they'll jump in a shuttle, take you to really amazing homeowner built places that are demonstrating some of the passive solar, your climate batteries, building with grain bins to straw bale. So it's an amazing home tour. You can find all that information on the website. But as far as like speakers go, to give you a general idea, yes, we were focusing more on those permaculture, biodynamic farming, regenerative agriculture. And Lydia Sprouts came in as our booking coordinator. She's done a lot of other festival work and just has elevated this to the next level. We've got people coming from, as far as like, we've got Taos up to Boulder, out to California coming to join us. So super excited. We're going to have stone hunters coming in from Paonia with biodynamic source. And we've got Adam Brock is coming in with regenerative change. That'll be on more of the social permaculture aspects of how do we actually work within our systems and our community aspects, and how do we get along? How do we resolve conflict? How do we not knock each other out some days? So that's kind of a cool to look at those models. We're going to have an entheogenic panel. So the right to heal with entheogens. We've got Matthew Duffy coming in with Spore, and Kevin Matthews of Vote Nature. He really worked on the decriminalization of psilocybin in Denver. So that's an exciting panel to bring in of how do we retain that right to heal with these plant medicines in all the settings. Yeah, I think your listeners like that one. Do you want to talk about some of
Well,
them
the
too?
panel discussions are coming back this year, at least two of
Mm-hmm.
them. We'll be having panels on, alternative building techniques. So that'll include not only straw bale and earthship and super adobe. One of the speakers this year who's coming in for that is Cal Earth, who was responsible for getting earth bag construction to be on California code. So we're really excited about them and their involvement. That's a huge accomplishment to get on, the most difficult coding, building codes on in the United States.
Now
Sorry, I had a phone call there.
Yeah, this is literally going to be. So this event is literally the most innovative, cutting edge source for alternative energy, regenerative living ever that I've heard of, including construction, where the top people in the field from around the country are converging on this space for a free event. FREE, where people that are literally being censored from this type of information nationwide can come together with like-minded people and get it for free. You can get cutting edge on earth bags and super adobe or anything else you want at this place. I know, I've been there. And you have the most brilliant minds, esoteric they may be, for each of these genres. And then Lisa was just chiming in about spirit medicine, right? We need to be talking about these plant medicines. It literally is the future of healing because of all of the despair and all of the fear that has been pushed on the masses. We're talking 8 billion people being fed fear daily now for a year and a half. What say you, Spitzman?
What?
Yeah.
I got all kinds of stuff to say, man.
Talk about the demos.
So
all the builders.
so I have two things to say. But the first one is you made a really great comment about some of the brilliant minds we have here in Crestone. I just recently had an opportunity to spend a couple of weeks with some of them. And oh my God, I haven't been so left behind in a conversation in a very long time. These guys are talking about craziness. And gasifying wood and turning it into electricity. And it has been an amazing educational process for me.
Can you explain what that means?
So let's talk about the gasifier in a minute. But I wanted to acknowledge that, yes, sir, we have some amazing people here. So for those that are out in the world and feel like they're kind of alone and they don't have anyone to bounce some of these incredibly complex ideas off of, please come down. We're going to have a living room set up where we can all sit around and chat and actually talk complex solutions to some of the challenges that we're having. Some of the minds that are going to be there this year are off the charts.
Brilliant.
So
brilliant.
Just want to say that. The building workshops this year, finally a dream of mine after I think I've been involved with this fair for about the last 9 or so years. We're actually going to be able to build something with the building demos that we can leave behind. Not only that, the part that gets me is over the course of the 80s and the 90s, people in the green building and the alternative building world got very committed to their style. So they were either a straw bale builder, or they were into papercrete, or they were earthship, and you didn't see many of the materials crossing over. And this is an opportunity for us to actually build a small playhouse for the kids, because it'll be our first option, our first time trying to bring a bunch of different things together to see how it goes. But we're going to bring together and put a tire foundation down. Then we're going to lay some earth bags on top of the tires. We're going to put some straw bales on top of that. We're going to lay some papercrete into some areas. We'll lay some hempcrete into some areas. We have some cob that's going to go in there with probably some adobe bricks. And then we're going to put a topper on the whole thing of bottles in varying substrates. So some of it'll be in cement mortar, some will be in adobe, some in papercrete, some in hempcrete, and really make essentially a model of all of these different building materials in one structure.
Wow, that's awesome.
I think that's off the charts.
It's like the first it's the first mini model of all the techniques out there, all in one, in a useful thing that gets done at the show. I mean, at the event, it's gonna. If enough people get involved, that will be 126. It will be easy. And with the type of people coming to this event, yeah, it'll be beautiful.
It'll be happening throughout the 2 days. So, we'll begin with pounding tires on Saturday early afternoon and end with the bottle setting on Sunday evening. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We've left room for people to actually get their hands in there if they want to. So if you want to put cob on the wall, if you want to mix cob, if you want to play with some papercrete, you'll have the opportunity to get in there and actually do it.
And talk to builders who work with those mediums at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't...
One of the cool extensions of this too is...
Go ahead, Lisa.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say one of the cool extensions that's happening with all these networks and partnerships too is we're bringing in, there's a group from the Navajo reservation down in the Shiprock area, Nehikeba, and God, I hope I get that right. It's a hard one. But Makai Lewis and Kim Smith will come because they're looking at there's a lot of things they're looking at there, but one of them is getting really into the natural building and the old traditional Hogan styles. So they were really excited to come up and partner, meet all the builders, see what we can get going more in a regional area, just for some more abundance in the living in our situations, because smaller have better, for the environment with our living surrounding. We've got to come up with solutions. We're getting gentrified out of here already. It's like if we don't switch some of our housing criteria and square footage and come up with some more affordable housing, and these methods are the ones that can do it. You can build these things together as a village.
Yeah, that's why people come here to build their own houses, because they can build, a house that would, 1,000 square foot house that would cost like $150,000, especially right now with the price of wood. They can build the same size house with straw bale for like $50,000.
Yeah.
Especially structural straw bale.
Yeah.
So it really is amazing. This year we have 3 stages rather than just one. So we're going to have a pretty significant expansion of what we've done in the past. The main stage, the regenerative stage where you'll be speaking, will also be live streamed. So people can tune in as well and ask questions that they'd like via the live stream that will be, given through a moderator and given to the speaker on stage as well. So there's a lot of ways for people to interact this year, and we really hope that we see people both online and in person.
Yep. And we're going to do translation. If anybody's that a Spanish speaker, we're going to have a translator on site with headsets. And Doug Beechwood of Terra Media, I want to give a big shout out. He is such a pro. We talked last night about different things, and he's like, we can just do all these videos translated into Spanish to get it across our valley, because we have a really high Hispanic population here. So part of the thing we're working with the Language Justice Center of how do we get better outreach into these communities in the valley that are more rural. So that's kind of a cool new aspect.
Because again, it's information that we feel needs to get out. It's how to be more self-reliant, how to build and live by yourself on your own materials. When the food trucks stop coming, what do you do? Right?
You go to our community kitchen. Tell them about that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna. Yeah. So we're out here in the middle of nowhere. There's not any restaurants. So just like last year, we're gonna have a community kitchen. And so if people come here and they're hungry, we will feed them for free. Both days.
Yeah, amazing.
And
amazing amount of food last year.
Don't be afraid.
Say that again, Donovan.
Yeah, we're looking for.
Sorry, I was going to say, sorry, Diamond, I didn't mean to talk over you. Don't be shy about bringing food to donate to the kitchen too, because if you bring some food and throw it out there, we certainly will feed people.
Yep.
Bring your plate, cup, bowls, radically self-reliant, bring some water. But Sunday's a pancake breakfast, as long as we're talking about food. Succeed's our fiscal sponsor. They're going to be hosting a pancake breakfast in honor of one of our past county commissioners, and real active women in the community, Linda Joseph, in memory of her. So 10 to 1 on Sunday, you can come out and have some pancakes and coffee with us. And as well as like awesome food vendors, like Mandala Pizza is going to be here, and, a lot of other regional artists. So
we're going to set up a farmer's market on Sunday in our tent, and we're going to bring out 5 varieties of organic potatoes and a bunch of varieties of our organic squash, maybe some carrots, and offer everything for about $1 a pound organic, just to show people how to go to a farmer's market and get affordable produce grown locally. It'll be a donation, and anything we have left over, we'll give to the community happily. And we also give out free cannabis because that's legal in Colorado. We've been doing that for several years at the event.
Yeah.
So we'll have that awesome benefit. We're also, a bunch of friends of ours just showed up today. I just got done a huge barbecue where we grilled up all of our different varieties of potatoes here and squash. Their minds exploded on the flavors that came off the grill. But today they helped us seed save, so we actually were able to shell and shuck radish and kale and lettuces and dozens of other types of varieties of seeds, including cilantro, that will be available for free to anyone that shows up, because we give away everything for free that's not our produce at our stand at these types of events. So show up, and it's definitely a community building event where everyone is there to benefit from each other in one way or another, and just an awesome event all around. The title, Reconnect, Self, Village, and Nature, is never more appropriate than the times we're living, because when we have totalitarian takeovers that we're experiencing worldwide right now, is basically what it is, that the highest up elites are taking over the world as we speak. What that always results in is revolt first, and then rebuilding through tribes. So this is basically an event to learn what tribe rebuilding is, in my opinion. And I appreciate all of you guys and all of the years and effort you put into this. I know how many hours volunteering is about. When it's something that you believe in, you put your heart and soul into it, and literally it becomes your life. And we appreciate and love you for that aspect. Did I miss anything? Does anyone have anything to say?
Yes, Diamond was our keynote speaker last year, and he is also doing a workshop on Sunday. You want to tell us about your permaculture presentation?
Yeah, it's the necessity.
Or is it a surprise?
No, it's the necessity of permaculture. I've been working on it. It's a heartfelt speech about what is happening in the world today and what the importance of the permaculture principles are, and how we can adapt them to our daily lives in every single aspect of it. Because ultimately, by utilizing these principles, we create this amazing closed system of extreme sustainability, where there's almost no waste, everyone benefits, people on the marginal side are included in the abundance, and everyone as a whole comes up. And because we're allowed to think freely in these types of societies, breakthroughs like Donovan's mind being blown over the last week occur on a regular basis. It's part of what happened during the Renaissance, where like-minded people were stuck at home due to a grand solar minimum, and they made some of the most amazing violins, music, concerts, and literature ever conceived. The same thing is our future if we can work together in community and reconnect through self, village, and nature. I believe that to be true, and it's a pleasure to have you guys on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Diamond.
Thanks,
It's always good to be here.
All right, so I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next.
Check out
So-
Go ahead.
You
Are
want
we
to
gonna
check? You want to see what
check
the
out the
guys are
guys?
doing? The smart people are doing.
Yeah, let's go
We're gonna
check
do that
out.
on another recording.
No, let's go
down
down.
there?
Let's go see what the smart guys are.
Let's go see what the wood gasification is about. Now, we're taking a journey downstairs to a very top secret installation where they are actually creating electricity out of just burning wood. And if you can say that the U.S. government does not want the average person to understand that they can create their own wood gasification system, well, that's exactly what's happening. And now the reveal is going to be that these guys have been able.
So, Diamond,
Go ahead.
You want to show off? Oh, they're all here.
yeah, they're all here. So,
Wow.
here's the
gotta
mad
do
scientist
some-
group.
Introductions here. We got Eric Mackey, our landowner's up with the torch right now, and Matt Evers down below him. Got Nick Chambers, give a little wave. Jeff Demers. And then we got Donovan, but this is our crew that's been working on the wood gasification, which totally excites me being a sawyer and cutting wood all the time. So Who wants to come over and give us a little intro what you're doing?
Yeah.
Nick.
Okay.
Awesome.
This is Nick Chambers.
Awesome.
Diamonds.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
There.
Yeah. All right, tell us what are we looking at?
So what we got starting over.
Go for it.
Talk about it.
Okay, starting over here, we got wood chips in a gasifier. This is an approach to wood chip gasification. Going to a water bath to cool the gas down. Going to a wood chip filter to filter particulates and tars out of the gas. And then to a gas holder, and then on down the line to a torch at the minute. And later when we get to tar cracking temperatures in the gasifier, we will go to a engine to make electricity. The goal is electricity.
Yes.
And char and hot water in the nth degree. So we just started up. So we're just climbing temperatures. We're at 682 degrees in the gasifier, making hydrogen and carbon monoxide, which Eric's trying to light here. And it'll light soon here.
We're dropping it. Temperature over here.
It's lit.
What?
Oh.
So it has to get to a certain temperature in order
Drop
for
it
it to
again.
light.
Yep. It has to get to a certain temperature to light.
Mostly in the gasifier, just to get to good carbon monoxide and hydrogen production. We just started up, so sometimes startup takes a little bit. And then to get in the final gas to mix with enough oxygen to get good combustion. So, dare I say, that's what I think we're missing in a minute.
Cool.
But yeah, mosquitoes aren't that bad.
Mosquito, yeah. There are a few mosquitoes left out here, Diamond, for you next week.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's science in action
Guys.
right there.
Right.
Science in action. They're trying to create electricity with used parts. Absolutely fantastic.
Slow it down. We got it now. Yeah. And output temperature is saying 90 degrees. Yeah. Let's grab 2 pipe wrenches. They should be laying on the floor now.
So we need to wrap up with them.
Yeah. Okay. Donovan, you want to say anything else to Diamond?
Goodbye.
All right. I'll come and say bye.
All right.
All right,
Awesome.
thanks, Diamond.
Thank you,
Diamond.
guys.
Everybody, come on,
Yeah.
see us next week.
Yeah.
We'll see you next weekend.
See you later.
Go to www.energyfair.org for all our information and schedules.
Yep. All right. See you later.
Peace.
Thanks, Simon.
We love you.
Bye.
And that's a boom.